New York City, home to millions and a police force tasked with maintaining order. But behind the badge, there are stories that the public is never supposed to hear. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most shocking whistleblower cases in NYPD history, the Schoolcraft scandal.
That officer claims he has secretly recorded tapes proving the department has a quota system and is manipulating crime statistics.
A story of corruption, manipulation, and retaliation that exposed the dark side of the NYPD. Adrian Schoolcraft followed a path shaped by duty and service. In 2002, he joined the New York Police Department, stepping into the role his father once held as a police officer. But Schoolcraft's journey in uniform began much earlier. From 1993 to 1997, Schoolcraft served in the U.S. Navy, where his dedication earned him several commendations, including the National Defense Service Medal and the Good Conduct Medal. After his military service, he returned to Texas in 1997. Adrian moved to New York to be closer to his mother, who was battling cancer. At the same time, driven by a deep sense of duty following the 9/11 attacks, he felt compelled to serve the city in its time of need. After passing the NYPD entrance exam, Adrian joined the force just 2 weeks later, ready to protect and contribute to the recovery of a city still reeling from tragedy. Driven by a sense of duty, Schoolcraft joined the NYPD with a deep commitment to protect and serve. Yet, as he rose through the ranks, he began to uncover something deeply unsettling. Within the 81st Precinct in Brooklyn, he found officers engaged in unethical and, at times, illegal practices shattering the ideals he had once believed in. By 2008, Adrian began to notice troubling patterns within the 81st Precinct. Crime statistics were being manipulated to create the illusion of a city becoming safer, a tactic known as juking the stats. Serious offenses, such as assault and robbery, were being downgraded to lesser charges or, in some cases, not reported at all. For the precinct leadership, this meant more arrests and fewer reported crimes, a win-win on paper. But this deception came at a cost, according to Adrian: the public's safety and trust. Adrian tried to talk with his superior officers about his concerns at first, but when he spoke out, he immediately received a bad evaluation and started to get intimidated by his fellow officers. The next day, he found a paper note in his locker that said, "If you don't like your job, maybe you should get another job?" Soon after this, the department pointed him towards psychological evaluation, rather than taking his concerns seriously. By mid-2008, Adrian decided to take matters into his own hands. He began secretly recording conversations and meetings within the precinct.
Make it real difficult for me. They can ship you somewhere. Just keep the hounds off. A Parker, a 250. You can fuck somebody walking down the street. You know what? I stopped for that. I did a 250. What's the big deal?
These tapes would later reveal orders from supervisors to meet arrest quotas and actively suppress crime reports, even discouraging victims from filing complaints. In October 2009, Adrian formally reported the misconduct to Internal Affairs and NYPD's Quality Assurance Division. However, instead of addressing his concerns, Schoolcraft faced retaliation. On October 31, 2009, everything came to a head. Schoolcraft left his post early due to illness, and later that evening, his apartment was raided by police officers, including his commanding officer. What happened next was shocking. That night, Adrian was forcibly taken from his home and admitted to Jamaica Hospital's psychiatric ward against his will. The NYPD claimed he was emotionally disturbed, but it quickly became clear that this was a blatant act of retaliation. He was kept in the hospital for 6 days, during which time the department attempted to discredit him and silence his allegations. In 2010, after being released from the hospital, Schoolcraft filed a federal lawsuit against the NYPD, accusing the department of retaliation, false imprisonment, and civil rights violations. The recordings he had made over the years served as undeniable evidence of the widespread corruption within the department. In 2015, the city of New York settled with Adrian for $600,000, acknowledging no wrongdoing but putting an end to 2 years of legal battles. While Adrian's case exposed corruption, it also highlighted a culture of retaliation within the NYPD, where speaking out could cost an officer their career and mental health.
This is not the only case of corruption in the NYPD. If you want to see more of these documentaries, subscribe. The next video is on the screen for you to watch right now.